Listen close. The floorboards know, the shadows tell, and I can't help myself. The clock is bleeding seconds thin. It scratches louder on my skin. The window shivers when I breathe. The night remembers what I leave. The mirror bends, it cracks, it stares. 1,000 eyes that weren't quite there. They hum a song without a sound and pull me deeper underground. And it whispers soft, it whispers slow. It says the things I should know. You're next, you're next, you're next. The words fall heavy in my chest. You're next, you're next, you're next. Like a curse I can't arrest. I don't want it, I don't choose, but the voice won't let me lose, and it says you're next. The hallway breathes, the walls collapse. Each shadow stretches, each candle cracks. The air is thick, it tastes like stone. It calls me out, but I'm alone. I etched your name into the glass. It bled away, but didn't pass. The letters stayed beneath the pain. They chanted back, they chant your name. And it calls me loud, it calls me deep. It steals the breath I need to keep. You're next, you're next, you're next, you're next. A hymn I never meant to learn. You're next, you're next, you're next, you're next. A song that makes the silence burn. I don't want it, I don't choose, but the voice won't let me lose, and it says you're next. I am the lock, I am the key, I am the ghost inside of me. I never asked, I never prayed, but still the debt must be repaid. The floorboards scream, the windows break, the silence swallows every ache. The night collapses into dust. The only voice I hear is trust, and it says you're next. You're next, you're next, you're next. The shadows echo, floors confess. You're next. You're next, you're next, you're next. And my heart can't second guess. I don't want it, I don't choose, but the voice won't let me lose, and it screams. You're next. I trace the cracks along the wall. The house is hollow, it hears it all. I never meant for it to be, but something wakes inside of me. The night is endless, white and black, and what it takes, it never gives back. I try to fight, but still it bends. A voice that whispers without end. You're next, you're next, you're next. The echo bleeds, the night relents. You're next, you're next, you're next. A hymn that drowns the innocence. I don't want it, I don't choose, but but the voice won't let me lose, and it screams your name. Your name. Listen close, the floorboards know, the shadows tell, and I can't help myself. For they know not what they fear, but I do. I've seen their trembling halos burning low when I draw near. They pray for light but flinch from sight. They crown their doubt in silver lights. Each hallelujah hides a fight between their hearts and their disguise. They call me wicked, call me wrong, but I have kept their faith this long. If they were certain I'd disappear, I am the truth they won't let near. I am the mirror, the flow and the flame, the breath in the fear. You find your God when I am near. Oh, I am the mirror, the crack in your glass, the pulse in your pain. You rise again when you curse my name. Your saints build walls of brittle glass and preach of love they cannot pass. Their mercy ends where comfort starts. Their grace is bound by fragile hearts. You kneel to prove the night still ends beneath my shadow to make amends. Without the dark, your faith is play. You bless the night when you push me away.
No angels came when I was small. No thunder broke, no voice at all. Only silence dressed in holy sound, and people kneeling to empty ground.
Would heaven still shine if I never came? Would mercy mean anything without shame?
I am your lesson, your holy disease, the tremor that brings you to your knees.
I am the mirror, your doubts, your proof, your trembling friend. I start your fall so grace can mend. Yes, I am the mirror, your ghost, your echo, your unbowed guide. Faith's last truth is the fear inside. For they know not what they fear, but I do. I've seen their trembling halos burning low when I draw Bless me, Father, for I've sneezed in the aisle between the rosaries. A choir gasped in holy fright, as if I summoned demons with my sinus mind. I tripped and spilled the sacred tea. The priest yelled, "O sancti, why thee?" Guess I'm the chosen clumsy one, sent to keep the Sunday service fun. Hold your candles, hide your breath. Here comes trouble, lightly blessed. Spiritus nonsentius, Gloria confusium. I'm chanting things that don't mean much, but wow, they sound illustrious. Dominus ridiculous, sanctus ilium. Praise be to whatever this is. Spiritus nonsentius. A nun said, "Child, you must repent." I said, "For what?" She said, "For your accent." I told her I was speaking tongues. She said, "That's gum, spit it out, young one." I tried to join the choir's tune, but hit a note that killed the moon. The organ wheezed, the bishop fled. They thought the apocalypse was up ahead. Bless my heart and bless my shoe. It stuck to a pew with holy glue. Spiritus nonsentius, Gloria confusium. I'm chanting things that don't mean much, but wow, they sound illustrious. Dominus ridiculous, sanctus ilium. Praise be to whatever this is. Spiritus nonsentius. Magnificatum, dramatica, translation, oops, my bad again. Veni vidi, whoops a lot. Came, I saw, I tripped, I meant cantate quircus maximus, sing louder till they let me stay. If nonsense is a holy art, well, guess who's here to lead the way? They offered me a second chance to take the sacramental dance. I bowed, I twirled, I spun around and kicked the incense to the ground. Whoa, the room filled up with smoky grace. I vanished like a saint disgraced. They called it miracle number 2, but really, I just ran, wouldn't you? Spiritus nonsentius, Gloria confusium. I'm chanting things that don't mean much, but wow, they sound illustrious. Dominus ridiculous, sanctus ilium. Praise be to whatever this is. Spiritus nonsentius. So if you hear chaotic hymns, don't fear for angels, fear for me. I'm spreading joy in nonsense, pure, imperfect, fake theology. Spiritus nonsentius. Amenish. Probably.
All right, I think we are live and ready to go. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Smoky Saint live show. Yep, we got another one today. I was going to do it yesterday. Day got away from me. I was going to do it early this morning. Day got away from me. So here we are, finally. I don't know, 14-ish hours late. Something like that. Was going to do it yesterday morning. Couldn't do it. Put it off till last night. Got too tired. Said to hell with it. I mean, this guy is not exactly worth my time, especially for me to make it any kind of actual priority. Good morning, Erica. Thank you for joining. Good to see all of you. I see Ryan's in here. Erica's here. Daniel, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Good to see you. Thank you for popping in. We got Scotty and Boki, of course. Basement Dweller in the chat. James Frazier stopped by. Guru Lady, as always. Good to see you guys. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. So we're going to cover a little thing here. It's kind of a central thing revolving, of all things, purgatory. I don't find that Catholics will usually jump to purgatory being something that they want to definitively defend as absolute from the Catholic Church. We have a problem there too, at least in terms of how purgatory as a doctrine emerged. And they'll point to earlier writings of, prayers to people, for people that are dead or something along those lines, which is not purgatory doctrine. But they'll point to those and be like, well, no, people believed it. They were just saying it this way, but you don't really have a purgatory doctrine until after the church split, 11th, 12th century, right around there. You don't really have anything much going on about purgatory doctrine. And worse yet, purgatory doctrine is really probably one of the worst teachings. And through the purgatory doctrine, you got the implementation of things like indulgences, which certainly did no favors preventing the Reformation movement from spurning forward. The principle, the doctrine of purgatory and indulgences certainly significantly inspired Martin Luther in his Reformation. And it should be, I would think, unless there's something seriously mentally or spiritually sick about you, the idea that you could pay an earthly institution to decrease your spiritual judgment after death is just so incredibly obtuse and disgusting to even present as an argument. I mean, in Acts, you have the sorcerer who tried to purchase the Holy Spirit and was rebuked sharply. Jesus turned over tables. The only time we ever see Jesus lose his temper is when people were turning the spirituality of the system into a method of monetary gain. And that just has always been seen in every example through Bible to be incredibly destructive and extremely hated by God, to integrate the finances or the money making or the profitability into the promise of spiritual gifts. In any instance, you see this mentioned in scripture in any potential context, it's always sharply condemned. And yet this is something the Catholics will stand behind even today, which just absolutely shocks me. So here's what I want to do, I guess, for the sake of the show. We are going to play the last part of the stream where I joined up before someone came in and shut it down. I don't blame them, because this guy is a total and complete unhinged retard. And I do notice there's a lot of these young, very low intelligence Mexican men meandering around the internet, fashioning themselves as debaters. There's half a dozen of them I can think of off the top of my head that meander around the Christian King channel, some more competent than others, but many times accustomed with all of this fake bravado and stupid arguments. Like, in fact, it's almost shocking how they don't have the ability to realize how stupid they sound in the moment before they open their idiot mouths. It is a shock, and there's no difference here as well. What I do want to show you guys, and I'll go back a couple minutes before I pop in to the show there, and let you see his horrible, disastrous, stupid argument, which he very, very poorly put together, changed chronological reference points at least once, if not twice, in giving the argument, and then criticizes the intelligence of other people who can't follow his stupid, idiotic, disconnected, disjointed argument, which he then refuses and cannot even put it in any form of syllogism. I would have even accepted something simple as some sort of Aristotelian chain of logic. That would have been fine too. Just anything to lead into how his conclusion was supported by premises and what those premises were. Simple, but you'll see. He pulls up the verse. He quotes the verse, makes an argument, seemingly starting to make an argument from the verse, then seems to almost change what the verse says and reference something else, and then maybe go back. Very confusing, meandering. This is all in a desperate attempt to claim that purgatory is taught or can be gleaned out of scriptures. There's meta problems with this, which we could get into. Again, we don't cover this much because most Catholics, unlike this retard, know that purgatory isn't usually the go-to argument to try to fight for with the Catholic Church. Probably one of the weaker ones you could choose because, I mean, unlike at least with communion of the saints, you can get closer to the 400s, 500s to support the idea that there was prayers to people in heaven, or request for prayers to people in heaven, or however you want to put it, in whichever version. Nonetheless, you can at least trace that back to 5th-ish century or so, roughly. But something like purgatory, you have to go way further on, and then you have to address the catastrophic moral implications and its use in fueling the Reformation movement, which crippled the Catholic Church's control over doctrine and interpretation of Bible. It's one of the more cataclysmic false doctrines in how it was used and implemented and taught than just about anything else in church history. Maybe transubstantiation. That's a mess too. Wouldn't even be able to get this far with this little rat boy because he will just overtalk. He does not have the capacity to engage like any kind of competent adult. His screen name alludes to the idea he was born in 1994, which would make him in his mid-30s, which is that's just tragic. That's just an absolute tragic state of affairs that this guy, because he acts like he's in his 20s, really, honestly. Wouldn't be surprised to find that out. Unhinged, no social cues, bad upbringing, horrible manners, bad logic, low intelligence, basically the whole package. Just an embarrassing little clusterfuck of negative characteristics. And you're going to get to see it, and we're going to talk about that this morning. Hold on one second. Oh, I miss you too, sweetheart. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get to it. Let me get this on the screen. This was an open mic the other night. Let me see about, oh, okay. All right. So it's going to do that to me. All the
wine, so it's going to smell.
That's the sound of an American oil company hard at work. Want to be a part of it? Listen up.
Hello. One thing, this bugs me.
It's going to taste like
a little bit at an ethical level. I almost feel like Christian King has set it up to like the setting where you play as many ads as possible. There's a lot of us that have never monetized, even though we could, for various reasons and justifications. If people wanted to contribute, there were usually other methods, which I have not made available this time around for the last year. Nor have I requested any donations of any kind. I don't like that this seems like he has selected the setting to maximize the amount of ads because they play constantly
like wine
on this stream,
yeah,
more so than just about any other stream that I watch. So this guy goes by Wise Lion, who turns out to just be a dumb pussy, is talking to Sirop, who is an SDA, essentially giving his absolute trash argument for purgatory. Sirop can't follow it, blames it on him being tired and it being early and him being up all night.
So I'm saying, how would that
I would say it can't be followed because it's just a shitty argument and it's disconnected.
And this guy is too
stupid
that, right?
to realize that.
That's fine.
I can explain because when he is gonna explain it to you, he's gonna do much better.
Let me move this over.
Better job. If I try to explain to you, I'm gonna chop it up. Okay.
Yeah, I got more too, especially for purgatory, bro. I got. I would say like
Link
5
is
more
pinned.
Verses.
This little cockroach.
Not many people.
He won't.
If you
this little cockroach right here, Wise Lion goes by, Mr. Dumb Pussy, will not engage in an environment where he doesn't have the ability. And by the way, I've seen rodents like this before, trying to spurg around in the debate space. They never go far. This guy doesn't have a channel, doesn't have any videos. He just shows up on panels and behaves poorly. That's really his whole thing. So there's not really anything here for him other than getting to act out his ineptitude and unhinged garbage psyche upon the rest of society from an anonymous cover. It's really all it is. He doesn't provide anything. He's not trying to really accomplish anything. I mean, you could imagine like, well, oh, I suddenly believed in Catholicism today because a dumb retard came and brought a crappy argument and then screamed how stupid I was at me for not following his dumb argument. And I just decided to convert. Says no one ever. So, I mean, is this guy doing his church any favors? No. Is he doing himself any favors? No. But this is, again, just an outlet for his angst, who is probably a very lonely, very pathetic, very miserable creature. And this is really all he can seem to do to get any sense of intrinsic value whatsoever out of his pathetic, worthless existence. So people like this who operate this way, by the way, folks, it does reveal a bit. This human being does not function well in society at large, let alone here on the internet. This is a human being who few love and most just tolerate. And they're out here. The internet is an outlet for these disgusting gutter rats. They have the chance to be better, but they don't have the motivation. And so this is what you see. This is what manifests, which is just low intelligence, garbage behavior. And we're going to go through some of it. The link is posted. He's certainly welcome to join anytime. He won't. He's a coward rat. He won't join because this would be an environment where he wouldn't be able to successfully overtalk. He'd have to actually let full points be expressed. And I'll get to them. I'll actually express the full points that little retard boy wouldn't let be expressed during the stream. And that's his idea of winning. Well, I will just overtalk nonstop and keep the other side from being heard, and that'll make me the winner. Sure, I guess for very, very low intelligence people like you, that might even work. You could carry yourself with trash arguments and nothing but bravado. Maybe that'll carry you a certain way, but not far. Not far. And people will see you like me, and people will dissect you like me. People will expose you like me. And you'll just be a clown, a laughing stock, another Christian lol cow going around the internet, making an asshole out of himself without any intelligence or self-awareness to keep himself from doing it. Always believing yourself to be in the right with your garbage doctrine and your terrible arguments, because you might have the opportunity to learn something and be corrected with the dumb crap you say, but you'll never stop talking long enough to let that happen. So you'll meander through life miserable and stupid as you are today, continuing to have a miserable existence because you're not a human being that's capable of learning. You think you got it all figured out, and you're one of the dumbest on the panel perpetually. Most people have written you off as a lost cause and a waste of time, and I'm here to add my name to that list. Wise Lion, you are gutter trash. You are a waste of time across the board. There is no sense engaging with you. You will spout your inane, nonsensical bull crap on repeat over and over just to keep the other side from exposing how incredibly stupid you are. And the thing is, this is probably a defense mechanism. You know you're stupid. You do. You know you're an idiot. You know you don't talk well. You know you don't know dick all about philosophy or logic. You know all this. So you've created a tactic to try and hide how stupid you are. But it won't work here, and it won't work with people like me, who will take these opportunities to expose you for the low-thinking gutter trash you actually are. And here we are. So we're getting close to the part where he's going to start giving his garbage, poorly thought out, poorly presented purgatory argument. And he'll insult my intelligence for not following his own stupidity. That in and of itself should be enough. But we'll move a little deeper through the video as well. I think
Listen how he explains it to you, then it's gonna make sense.
Sorry, BD.
But if I try to do it, I'm not as good as he is.
Good to see you, buddy. Thanks
I
for
don't
popping
even
in.
remember what verses I have to bring to you to explain it to you, but he remembers all the verses and he'll explain it to you. and it's like maybe 5-10 minutes. We
Yeah,
watched
well-
it. We watched it over here once. We watched it on CK's channel once. That thing. And,
Yeah, well, if you see like the scholarship on this, it's saying that people in current basically practice this custom of baptisms on behalf of deceased persons, right?
no, that's not what it's
The Mormons
talking
do.
about.
I know that's what you think. I know, but I'm just saying if it's for a deceased person, right, it would be for somebody in purgatory, not in heaven or hell. That's my argument, right? My argument is like no one could be benefited in heaven or hell or in soul sleep, right? Like you said. So it would have to be.
So if it's okay to baptize the dead, you need to demonstrate that it is. That's a whole separate argument. You don't just get to shove that in as a presupposition, dumblet. Okay. If baptism for the dead is effectual, then it must be for those in purgatory. Those in purgatory would essentially necessarily be already baptized, wouldn't they? Don't you need to be baptized in the Catholic Church? Needs to happen. So why would you baptize someone who's already been baptized, who's in purgatory, to get them out of purgatory? So here we begin the retardation, folks. Does he have the self-awareness to realize how stupid he sounds and how contradictory he sounds? No. But let's watch and laugh at it, shall we?
Be for someone being purified in purgatory. That's my argument.
So a second baptism. Wise Lion, Mr. Of the Church of one baptism. Now they get a second one after they're dead? Now there's two baptisms? You sure about that? You sure you're representing your dumb retard cult well right here?
I mean, let me see if I can.
I mean,
find
why
it.
are people?
Good afternoon, Christian Carpenter. Good to see you, Basement Dweller. Glad you guys could all make it. Thank you for being here. You have a little fun time this morning. This isn't going to take long.
Why are people baptizing for people that are
I do
dead?
appreciate you guys all liking, sharing, and subscribing, spreading around, putting it on some of the Discords. Maybe even something to do with this guy's Discord. I don't know. Or some variant thereof. Could even put it in Christian King. I don't know. Those people are a little bit pearl clutching over there, as some of these debate communities tend to be. Hello, and Dr. Falk stepping in to say hi. Good afternoon, sir. Good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Okay, so we're going to move on with this horrible attempt to justify the doctrine of purgatory.
I mean, if there's no benefit, I know you're saying go to ADL,
Baptism
and that's
for the
fine. And I have a few more, but I don't want to give my hand. I don't know if that's messed up, but yeah.
Let's see. Let me see if I'm gonna find that very quickly.
Sure. Yeah, I gotta
okay,
go right now. But no, I got 5 minutes.
She's got 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He stays a lot longer than 5 minutes.
How can you?
Maybe I can give you a funny one. I've been on their website. Do you know someone in scripture named Onesimus?
Name.
His name is Onesimus.
Whose name?
He's going to give the argument right before.
Okay, my bad. It's Onesiphorus. Okay. 2 Timothy 1:18.
Yeah.
Okay, and we can read the context. You got your Bible in front of you?
Right.
Oh no, you said 6 o'clock. Let me read it for you. I don't know if the stream's still going, but it's fine. I think it's cool for you to hear this. Okay. This is 2 Timothy. We'll go to the back of the Bible. 2 Timothy 1:18.
2 Timothy. Blah,
Right here. Okay. The rap. I'm gonna read it for you. 2 Timothy 1:18. Okay.
124.
I'm gonna read from 15. Okay. You are aware that all who are in Asia turned away from me, and among them Phygellus and I can't really, Homogeneous. Okay. May the Lord grant mercy to the household of Onesiphorus, for he often refreshed me. He was not ashamed of my chains, right? So St. Paul is saying this is a good person. He respects his person. He believes he's a believer, right? But when he arrived in Rome, he searched for me eagerly and found me. So this person was searching for St. Paul, right? Okay. And now St. Paul is going to pray for him. May the Lord grant him to find mercy from the Lord on that day. And you well know all the service he rendered.
Can you see? Watch. Can you see?
Yeah, I see. Okay, I got you.
Pay close attention to the actual phrasing of the actual verse, because he will change it and misrepresent it a couple times in this. On that day. What day? Naturally, Judgment Day. Purgatory is happening now. Right now. Before you appear at the Bema seat or the Judgment Day where the books are opened, all that. Purgatory is a now thing. So what day is being talked about here on that day? What day? The day he dies? At which point, where he goes, could that be applied to the mercy of where he goes? It certainly could. If it's the day that he dies, could be asking for mercy for the salvation of his soul. Could be asking that if it's the day he dies. If it's Judgment Day, well, that's long past purgatory. Purgatory's all done there. By the time you get there, your purgatories were at judgment. Sucks for those too. Some of those, and this is the crappy thing about it, the idea of the fixation even on a sense of chronology about it, by the way. Like, they're down there now, and they have time to be down there now. And if you pay us money, they can get out. Charlie, that's fair. Yeah, you want to know what purgatory is like? Yeah, just go to Jersey. Charlie would know, being from New York. It's Jersey. So it's the right now. So what day is Paul talking about here for this prayer? It could be mercy. What? The day of his death? Is he already dead? I'm not sure. I don't see this from the context. Not sure about the man specifically or intimately from the scripture. I've not done a deep dive study on the man. So which day are we talking about? Well, whichever day it is, if it's the day in the future where he's appearing, well, it's going to be mercy on his judgment towards his rewards or punishments or trials or whatever it is, however it shapes up to be, because it says we all must appear before the judgment seat of Christ to receive in the body what we have done, good or bad. All, everyone. So that's some date in the future that's going to happen. So what is he trying to connect here? Exactly. With this horrible trash argument. And he's so stupid, he thinks it's a good one. He thinks he's knocking this out of the park, which, by the way, this is the biggest L of the entire situation, is him being too stupid to realize how stupid he is. And then being arrogant over that double portion of stupidity. It's painful and worthy of mockery and making fun of it, which is exactly what we're doing. Because he thinks he's just all that. And we can see here very clearly he definitely is not.
That's for the dead.
So I'll look for that video.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's pretty down from where you're gonna see it. You have to score pretty down.
I know how to search. I got you.
Yeah, it's it's 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes.
Okay, I'll check it out, sir. I'll just for you. Okay, so Onesiphorus, right? He's looking for St. Paul, right? Mm. And what he says right here, he says, may the Lord grant him to find mercy from the Lord on that day. And you well know all the service he rendered at Ephesus. Do you know what all on that day means when they speak about that in scripture?
On that the day of resurrection.
The day of judgment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's asking for God to have mercy on a believer, right? So this totally blows away people who believe once you're a believer, you're automatically saved. You're certain you say because St. Paul's praying for.
No, it doesn't. That does nothing to address that. perversion of the Bible whatsoever. That is a complete that is really dumb that you think those are connected.
Correction.
The day of judgment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's asking for God to have mercy on a believer, right? So this totally blows away people who believe once you're a believer, you're automatically saved. You're certain you say, because St. Paul's praying for a believer for God to have mercy on him. Now, St. Paul knows he's a believer, and if he is a believer, right, he would be going to heaven. Yeah. So if St. Paul, if you're going to heaven, you don't need mercy. And if you're going to hell, you don't need mercy. It's already a done deal. The only time you need mercy on that day, well, you say it's the day, the resurrection. I believe it's the particular judgment when we are judged at the end of our life.
Oh, see, so now he switches it. So which is it? Because the evil ones are resurrected to their destruction, and they don't even get to see us. So, and then there's the resurrection of us and the extending of rewards, appearing before the judgment seat. So you see how he's switching around now? So what are we talking? What judgment specifically are we talking about here that's being requested for mercy? Because someone could be going to hell, and you could even pray that God to have mercy that their punishment in hell is lesser. You could ask for mercy on the judgment day that this person, despite whatever in their life that may have been bad or wrong, that God would take mercy on them and still save them despite that. But he's adding all of this into, well, you're judged right away. You go up or down, right now, you go, down to hell, or you go to purgatory. Well, you got three options. You go to hell, you go to purgatory, or you go to heaven. I guess very few people actually just go straight to heaven. I think that's like saint class or something. I'm not sure what that scenario is, but generally you all gotta, for the most part, spend a little time in purgatory for purification of your sins, but you can pay the Catholic Church to get you out quicker. If you're rich, you can spend less time in purgatory, because that's what they've painted God to be. That's what they painted the hierarchy of morality for God to be, that you can pay him physical worldly money to lessen spiritual punishment. And yes, that is a doctrine of the Catholic Church. I don't think it's really practiced much today. I haven't really looked into indulgences lately, honestly. As far as I know, it's still a principle. It's still a doctrine. I don't know about how it's practiced, or even if it's practiced in a real capacity today at all, but it was a thing, and certainly was one of the main things that helped spur Martin Luther forward. So this is just a bad argument all the way around, and he keeps switching his chronology again. I just want to rewind this, by the way. I just want you guys to hear this again, so that we know Judgment Day. So nothing to do with, anything now, like the purgatory now situation or anything like that. He's talking about on that day. He himself is saying the Judgment Day. And we could ask for God to have mercy on someone's sins who's saved. You can ask to have mercy on someone's sins who isn't saved. A lesser punishment in hell, a greater reward in heaven, however you want to look at it. There are spectrums here. But he's taking this, like, he's so shallow-minded. He's so incredibly shallow-minded that he can't even parse one step forward of any possible entailments or implications of what he's speaking. He presents something as if it's just deductive, and it just isn't. And his points don't flow, and his thoughts don't follow. And this guy is ill-behaved gutter trash, which you guys will get to see a part of here.
For he often refreshed me. He was not ashamed of my chains, right? So St. Paul is saying this is a good person. He respects his person. He believes he's a believer, right? But when he arrived in Rome, he searched for me eagerly and found me. So this person was searching for St. Paul, right? Okay. And now St. Paul is going to pray for him. May the Lord grant him to find mercy from the Lord on that day. And you well know all the service he rendered.
Can you see? Watch. Can you see?
Yeah, I see. Okay, I got you.
But that's for the dead. So
I'll look for that video.
Yeah, it's pretty down from where you're gonna see it. You have to scroll pretty down.
I know how to search. I know how to search.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
once
okay,
you.
babe.
It's 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes.
Okay, I'll check it out, sir. Just for you. Okay, so Onesiphorus, right? He's looking for St. Paul, right? And what he says right here, he says, "May the Lord grant him to find mercy from the Lord on that day." And you well know all the service he rendered at Ephesus. Do you know what all on that day means when they speak about that in Scripture?
On that the day of resurrection.
The day of judgment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's asking for God to have mercy on a believer, right? So this totally blows away people who believe once you're a believer, you're automatically saved. You're certain you say, because St. Paul's praying for a believer for God to have mercy on him. Now, St. Paul knows he's a believer, and if he is a believer, right, he would be going to heaven. Yeah. So if St. Paul, if you're going to heaven, you don't need mercy, and if you're going to hell, you don't need mercy. It's already a done deal. The only time you need mercy on that day, well, you say it's the day, the resurrection. I believe it's the particular judgment when we are judged at the end of our life, right? So when he's judged at the end of his life, right, only way God can grant him mercy is mercy in purgatory. Well, in that state of purgatory, because you can't have no mercy in heaven, you can't have no mercy in hell. And he's praying for this guy he's saying when he's, by the way, on that day, so when he departs.
That's just not true. Hell is a singular place. And again, stupid gutter rats like this don't think about things this complex. Hell is a singular place. So how do you properly and appropriately punish Hitler alongside atheist grandma? How do you do that? Well, they have a different experience in the same place, probably based upon form or essence, something to do with that. A correlation I made to kind of explain it as to how there can be just punishment for greater and lesser sins in a singular place where the experience is painted to be the same. Well, think about it this way. A jungle or the savannah is a large place, and there are tons of creatures there, each one with their own essence. Their experience of the place shapes around their essence. The experience of a lion in the jungle is not the same experience of a cockroach or a dung beetle in the very, very same environment. So we have no idea how things are leveraged or portioned out. And the idea to pray for someone's soul to the future probably is to save that there would be mercy on them, that they would be saved, that they would go to heaven, that they would be with God, or that they would be considered as a part of God or a part of his family before they reach judgment day or the actual resurrection day. The mercy on that great day must refer to, well, that great day. It doesn't have anything to do with now or necessarily when they die. I guess you could interpret it as when they die, have mercy on them on that day when they die. That's a possible interpretation from this too, which this dumb little gutter rat didn't even consider. So, yeah, I know the art in the Vatican is obtuse and offensive. I agree. Very weird, very satanic looking, very, very dark, Luciferian almost, I would say. Yeah. And look at these people, look at these Catholics. Many of them are completely bankrupt of any semblance of real virtue. I can count on one hand the number of virtuous Catholics I've actually met. Yeah, the indulgences through the doctrine of purgatory. Yeah, it was huge. Most Catholics are smart enough to not jump to usually trying to make this a thing to defend, because it is one of the weakest links in the entire chain to support the church. But not that this dumb little gutter rat would know that, right? He thinks he's got it all figured out, and he's got a great, he's asking him to have mercy on him on Judgment Day. Okay. Well, that could even be colloquial to mean have mercy on him that he would be saved, or have mercy on him in your judgments of him for his life choices when he appears before your judgment seat and receives in the body everything that has been done, both good and bad. Could refer to that. Maybe that's an exegetical cross-reference, retard. All you did was pick a piece out of the book and build a whole idea around it to support one of the most bankrupt, disgusting doctrines in your filthy cult that managed to ever emerge. One of the most disgusting, foul, spiritually offensive doctrines to ever come out of your church. I'm talking more about indulgences than purgatory itself. Purgatory, okay. But the indulgences that came out of that was just horrific. I'm telling your, oh my God, man. I want you to imagine being like a poor farmer in one of these Catholic regions, and your wife dies, and you're told that your wife is in agony in purgatory right now to pay for her wife's uncleanness. But if you gather together all your money, every scrap that you can, and give it to us, well, your wife can get out of her torture chamber a little faster. And wouldn't you think that person believing the lies of the Catholic cult wouldn't muster together every single dime he could, even to his own detriment, to hand to the greedy Catholic state agency? There are, make no mistakes, folks, there are many Catholics who had very high positions in the church in history, even some popes, I would argue, that are rotting and burning in the lowest, deepest, darkest regions of hell for the things that they oppressed upon people. You should shudder in terrifying fear to think at what some of those souls are being subjected to for adequate justice of their atrocious acts in human history, to hijack the religion, to monetize personal gain and benefit and power. I'll tell you something, if there's an afterlife of any kind, I don't want to go where those people go. I'll tell you that much right now. The RCC claims they are the successors to Jesus' apostles and therefore have inherited their authority to forgive and retain sins. If you want to save your beloved uncle and drunken womanizer, donate. Yeah. Uncle the drunken womanizer. Yep. Probably in some ways you might not be wrong. I think it might even have something to do with what is that statue in Daniel, the dream, Nebuchadnezzar's dream of the statue in Daniel, Rome mixed with other things, the miry clay, iron and miry clay. We could be at that point. I know there were lots of reformers that believe that Roman Catholic Church was the seat of the Antichrist. They all tended to agree because of the direction they saw it going. And this is why you find really, it tends to be the case, really disgusting human beings attempting to dare still defend the Catholic cult these days.
To have mercy on him.
Yeah.
So as we see, his argument is trash. It has a potential interpretation to the day the guy dies. If he isn't yet, it could refer to the judgment day as a colloquialism, as to judge him before, upon his death, judge him up or down in a merciful manner. Could refer to the final day where everyone appears before Christ. And, Paul wants him to have extra mercy when he appears upon Christ for judgment of everything that he's done. That makes the most sense to me, honestly, of all interpretations I would lean to. I would say he wants him to, regardless of his up or down state, wants him to receive mercy on that judgment day, fair mercy to him when he's being judged for all the things he's done right and wrong. I think that's a beautiful prayer, that when they appear before Christ, that Christ go easy on them, about their life's choices. Why can't it just be that? That seems to be the simplest and most straightforward interpretation of this. And somehow this idiot little retard thinks this is pointing to people in purgatory right now. if they're in purgatory right now, what good would it be Paul praying for them to have mercy on the judgment day? They're in purgatory now. Shouldn't Paul be saying, hey, have mercy on them now? Because, now before the judgment seat, they're going to be in purgatory. Lord, have mercy on them while they're in purgatory before they get to the judgment seat. But he says on that great day, which this guy already says is the judgment seat. This isn't even an argument. It doesn't even connect at all. He affirms it's the last day, so it's not purgatory now. So how is he claiming that Paul is asking for the guy to have mercy in purgatory now? This seems to be the argument he's making. How does this connect? Wise Lion is just a dumb pussy. This guy is an absolute idiot. And now you see how idiotic his stupid argument is. See how he responds to me when I point out the fact that it's not an argument at all and doesn't flow and can't really be connected. It's just a bunch of muddled nonsense. Let's see.
It's
Enjoy.
Yeah.
So
do you understand? Do you understand my argument?
No, I couldn't follow the train of thought, because it's 6 o'clock in the morning and
Smokey, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm awake, but I didn't understand any of that, to be honest with you. I didn't know. No idea.
I know you have a hard time understanding things. Okay, I got you. So right here, I'm gonna read you the full.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute.
I'm gonna read you the full context of it, so you can actually understand. No, don't crash out.
Hold on.
It's okay, bro. It's okay.
No, don't. No, you crashed out at me right off the bat.
It's okay, bro. Okay, you didn't hear what I said. You didn't hear the full context.
Hold on a minute. Why are you rude? Why are you
I'm not rude, bro. You say you don't understand.
You don't even know what being rude is. You didn't have a dad. Did you not have a dad?
You could cry, Smokey.
Did you not have a dad?
You can cry at 6 a.m.
Did you not have a mom or a dad? Is that why you don't know what rude is?
I don't know. Do you know if I have a dad or mom, or are you just crying?
Well, you don't know what rude is.
You're bringing up moms and dads.
You had horrible upbringing. So either you didn't have parents or you had bad ones. I'm not sure which.
So you're bringing parents and moms and dads. You're very emotional right now, bro.
He goes all over the place in this weird argument that connects nowhere. And then I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. He's like, oh, well, you must be a dumb one.
I was in one chapter of I was in the same place. What are you talking about?
What an absolute
So you can't
idiot.
even understand exegesis.
Dude,
so your argument is my mom and dad. So your argument to what I said is my mom and dad. Okay, that makes sense.
They have no decent.
So you have no argument other than crying about my mom and dad. It's kind of weird. Instead of giving me exegetical, response, you respond with,
showing what trash Catholics are all the time.
Your mom and dad. I have no biblical analysis on what you just said.
Have no manners.
I'm just going to say
you have no manners or social skills. Like you're just a rude.
You're the one who has no manners. You're the one talking about moms and dads instead of the Bible because you're crying. Anyway,
well, dude, I didn't attack you right off the bat. Dude, you started going at me right off the bat because I didn't understand your stupid argument.
Yeah, because you're too stupid to understand, so I got to make it more stupider for you.
You're a dumb one that can't make an argument.
To understand the argument.
You're the dumb one that can't make an argument.
Okay, so let me give my argument a little bit slower. Let me break it down a little bit slower.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you do this, genius?
Okay, here we go.
I'll tell you what, genius. Since you're so smart and you're smarter,
don't act like a girl. Don't act like a little girl.
Hey, dude. Dude, stop talking. Stop talking.
No, I don't have to stop talking. You're the one who bring up moms and dads because you're emotional. So let me bring it up.
Here's what you're going to do since you're such a genius.
Let's talk about the Bible.
No.
I know it hurts you. I know the Bible hurts you. I know the Bible hurts you.
Stop crashing out.
It hurts your heart. That's why you have to bring moms and dads into it.
Stop crashing out. Here's what you're going to do. Here's what you're going to do since you're such a genius.
Stop being fearful. Stop being fearful. I'm trying to give you exegetical.
Will you stop talking?
Argument, but you're crying.
Will you ever
you
stop
just want
talking?
to worry about your emotions when I'm trying to get to the argument.
Will you ever stop talking?
When are you ready to actually get to the argument?
Be very wary of someone who is this retarded, who will go to one verse, one passage, build a doctrine out of it, and claim it's exegesis or exegetical. The fact he even said that. No, let me show you something exegetical, like what I did. Like when Paul says, show him mercy on that day. And I say, okay, judgment day. And then I go to the Corinthians passage. I forget, 1 Corinthians. Forgive me. We all must appear before the judgment seat of Christ. I think it's 6. It might be 6. And receive in the body what we have done, both good and bad. That's exegesis. I took Paul asking for mercy on that great day and went to another passage which talks about a scenario where mercy would absolutely be applicable on that great day. That's exegesis. That's letting Scripture interpret Scripture. That's a strong argument. Strongest? I don't know. There might be even better ones. I haven't seen him yet. Fair exegesis of the position. Oh, for when he stands before Christ and receives in the body everything he's done, both good and bad. I ask for God to give him mercy on that day in that judgment. What's wrong with that? And how the hell would this verse point to purgatory anyway, which is happening right now? What good is it asking for God to have mercy on that great day after purgatory is all done with? What's the point? You could have a believer dies in the millennium, right before the millennial kingdom, what tribulation, wrath, however you want to put it. I don't know. You guys parse it however you want. Around the end times, someone dies. They go to purgatory. And say they lived just a shitty life. They got in by being real diligent Catholic, and they took their cannibal cracker every mass and never missed a meeting and always did their confessions, but they just lived a shitty life. They said their Hail Marys and, oh my fathers and all that. They did all the rituals. They had the rosaries. They took the last rites, the Catholic last rites. They were surrounded by all the icons and just lived a crappy life with no real regard to ethical submission to any kind of spiritual king. I just lived that way with no real actual heart commitment at all. Well, they're going to get into heaven, but they got to go to purgatory. They got to go to purgatory. But here's the good news. Hey, end times is right around the corner. We're almost there. You're lucky. You're going to get out. Hey, there's another guy born 400 years before you that was basically lived the same as you, and he's still down here burning. So hey man, you lucked out. You were born right before the millennium. So, hey man, that's some mercy, right? You get to burn less. There's some justice somehow in this, some way in the purgatory doctrine, which no one can explain because they have to make it chronological in some way. They don't have a choice. It's basically philosophically entailed in it. So how does garbage Catholic 2200 AD or whatever, right before the millennium, whenever it is, burn less than garbage Catholic 1700 AD? Is this non-temporal? And if so, what matter does it mean to say right now? And why are you receiving things in the body? Why are you receiving judgment before the day it says you're going to receive that judgment? Isn't that a contradiction in Scripture, you absolute retard? Isn't that showing your dumbass doctrine kind of contradicts what's really there with your exegesis, which is really just building a doctrine off of a single verse? You're so retarded, you don't even know what exegesis means, where you go to one verse, make a point from one verse, and call it exegesis. That is comically retarded. And this is hopefully to some of your shame, and possibly you'll turn around a little bit, Wiseline, because all these points are valid and you showed yourself to be a loser clown. And then you crashed out and engaged in every bit of slanderous, lying, unethical, even attacked my wife for no reason, who was simply trying to jump in and ask him to calm down. Was next to me listening to him act like an absolute idiot. And then he attacks her because he's just completely crashing out. And he's clearly a servant of flesh. What other evidence would you need? He follows whatever his fleshly little retard heart wants to do. That's it. Yeah, dictionary.com is what Rob Reed used. Yeah. If Rob Reed wants to tell you what a word means in the Bible, well, dictionary.com. Oh, it hurts, doesn't it? Doesn't it hurt? Doesn't it hurt when they're stupid like that? When you have someone like Rob Reed, who's a California attorney, who's supposed to be more than competent about reading, writing, at least understanding some basics of meta thinking. And you're going to ask Rob, hey, Rob, what does revile mean? Well, I'm going to go to dictionary.com. Oh, really? So you're not going to exegetically interpret the Bible's terms within its own scope of writing. You're going to go to a modern dictionary to find out what modern translators translated the word to be, with a definition that definitely has changed probably since the Bible's even been translated. That's what you're going to go to. And that seems intelligent to you, Mr. Reed. Well done, counselor. God, I wish I could go find that clip. That was one epic fail when he did that. We don't do that. You shouldn't do that. You should let the book define its own terms. I mean, at the very least, go into a Greek lexicon. At the bare minimum, do that. But stronger than even that, is if you can build an exegetical definition. That's very strong. That's very strong. This is not exegesis. Idiot boy here does not know what exegesis is, clearly, if he's calling this exegesis, because it just isn't. He's not using any other verse at all. He is building a disconnected doctrine and principle off of one verse, which doesn't even do anything to support the dumb crap he's presenting with the purgatory doctrine. In fact, directly works against it. In fact, seemingly couldn't possibly have anything to do with purgatory at all, which is happening now. And mercy is being asked for in the future at Judgment Day, which he already affirms is the day that this is talking about. Destroyed, so stupid is he. Destroyed his own argument inside his own argument. Ladies and gentlemen, it is rare you come across someone this dumb. It was so dumb, and I didn't get the chance to highlight how dumb it was because he was just going to overtalk me to keep it from being pointed out. And now I can. And here it is. Destroys his own argument inside his own argument and can't realize it and will criticize the intelligence of others that try to point out how stupid, how unparalleled retarded he is. This guy, I'm telling you guys, that's why I was tempted. I mean, otherwise the guy's a waste of time. Is he a cautionary tale to mock and make fun of for how stupid he is? Absolutely. He's not the type to let you get it out on the spot. He doesn't have the manners or the capacity of human social skills to be able to communicate at that level anymore. He's probably been made to look stupid his whole life because he is stupid. He is stupid. And instead of realizing he's stupid and giving up on some of his arrogance that he's smart or believing he's smart, he's just going to keep looking stupid and being the person that no one likes because they're arrogant while being stupid, which is about the worst social combination you can possibly have. Really is. Arrogant and stupid. Doesn't get much worse than that. Exit Jesus. That's funny. Kid sounds 22. His screen name has 1994 at the end of it. If that's the year he's born, well, you know, he's in his 30s. So I don't know. You guys take that whatever you want. Exit Jesus. Yeah, that is funny. So not exegesis, doesn't even realize what the hell he's talking about. Certainly couldn't put this in a syllogism. I could have done it for him. I could have given him a quick little two-step Aristotelian chain to give him his own argument. Wouldn't have been that hard. Not going to do him any favors. But would have been pretty easy for me to do. Pretty easy logical chain. The problem is they're completely disconnected, so I wouldn't say it anyway. I know what he's saying, and it's disconnected, and it's no argument. It's no chain of logic. Seems to be that way. About 32. Yeah, right around there. And he acts like this. Probably miserable, probably alone, probably no wife, probably no kids. A complete loser at everything. And so this is what he does to pretend to the world that he has some sort of value. And if this ever went away, well, he'd probably have nothing, honestly. And so desperately will he cling to that, so horribly will he behave, that he'll carry it till its absolute cataclysmic, inevitable failure. Yeah, maybe. Could be possible. But yeah, total trash clown, ladies and gentlemen. Been a while since we found one, but no, this is legit. Found one in the wild. An actual legit trash clown. Couldn't pass up the opportunity to highlight them. So here we are. Here we are letting a little retard boy who had no argument at all, really, no connected argument whatsoever, criticize the intelligence of others that don't follow his dumb, retarded argument because he's so dumb and retarded he can't understand how dumb and retarded his dumb, retarded argument is. There we have it. Let's let this finish playing, and I will be right back.
Argument instead of crying about your emotions. You're a very emotional person.
I'm going to tell you how I will accept the argument.
You came in here very offended just because I said, "Oh, you don't understand," so I got to break it down a little better for you because you're hard of understanding.
Put it in syllogism format then for me. Put it in a syllogistic
I'm not Toronto Bible study. I'm not your little girl like Toronto Bible study.
Well, you're a genius.
I'm going to put it the way for you.
Right? You're a genius.
Syllogism. You need
so
something
put it in a
syllogistic
format.
You're not ready for a syllogism, okay? You're too slow for that. Let me help you out better. Okay, here we go. I'm going to read for you nice and slow, Smokey, because you have a hard time, okay? You have a hard time. And let's see if you can actually deal with what I'm saying. Instead of crying about
I wanted to put it in a formal format for it to be easier to follow.
Just read the Bible and break it down for you.
For that.
Oh, you're not ready for me to break it down with the Bible.
For that,
you're not ready for me to break it down. You're not ready for the Bible. You came in here crying.
No, he knows what syllogism.
You came in here crying. So here we go. Here we go.
No,
syllogism is so hard to know. Because to know what a syllogism is you're really smart. You really think that's the basis of someone's intelligence is syllogism, bro? You're low level, bro. He thinks just because you know what a syllogism is, then he's smart. That's crazy. I know what a syllogism is, so I'm smart.
I want you to put your argument into a syllogism.
You think you're smart because you know what a syllogism is, bro?
No, I'm asking you. You're crashing out again.
Your basis
I'm
of
asking you to put your argument
what is
into a syllogism.
You're crazy, bro. You're as smart as Toronto. Okay, here we go.
Wow, man, you're really dumb.
You are aware. Are you ready for the Bible? I know I hurt you. You are aware that all who are in
to me in a syllogism. You said I'm too unintelligent to follow.
Look at him. He can't even hear the Bible. Are you ready for the Bible?
You
said you didn't understand what I said, so I want to say it in the way you understand, and you cried about me saying that. That's kind of weird.
I said put it in a syllogism, and you said no.
That's not what you said when you first came in. You said, I don't understand anything you're just saying. And then I said, okay, let me break it down a little slower for you because you are hard of understanding. And you started crying. Why did you cry over that?
I didn't start crying.
You started crying, bro. You started crashing out. You bringing up moms, dads.
I responded to you being a rude and that stupid child.
I get you. You probably have family
problems. You're rude and that stupid, immature, waste of life man.
I get it, bro. I get
you're
it.
a pathetic man. That's all.
You're fat, you're old, you're bald. I get it. Here we go.
Sure, man.
Hey, you're the one who bring up moms and dads. You're mad because I'm talking about you. I didn't talk about your mom or dad. I mean, maybe your mom.
Someone failed to treat you basic. Someone failed to teach you basic social skills and manners, sir.
Oh yeah, because basic social skills talking about someone's mom.
By the way, I'm glad you Catholics do this. I'm glad you Catholics do this because I know you Catholics are trash.
Blackmail me. I don't care about emotional blackmail. You're a little girl trying to do that. You're a little
Catholics
girl, kind of emotionally bad girl. You are a girl.
Let me be clear.
You are a little girl.
You Catholics are trash people.
You are a little girl trying to emotionally blackmail me. Oh, this is why I'm not Catholic, because of you, wise lion, because of you.
No, not because of you. No, all of you are
Can we get back
trash.
to the scriptures?
No, all of you Catholics are trash, and this is what helps prove it.
You're gonna keep crying because I proved you wrong with the Bible because you don't believe.
How did you prove me wrong? We didn't even discuss the Bible yet,
idiot. I proved you wrong because you can't even understand what I'm saying. You can't even understand the scriptures.
So you make a bad argument that no one can understand, and that makes you a winner.
Then why don't you give a rebuttal? Oh wait, you didn't. Instead of giving a rebuttal, you cried like a little girl.
Dude, there's no rebuttal to give with an argument that makes
I'm sad. I can't understand you.
And so I said, I'll break it down for you. You can't understand that? You must be dumb.
For you. I said, I'll break it down for you, and you started crying even harder.
That?
You started crying even harder because you're an emotional little girl, but you're not a little girl because you're big, bald, and fat. Here we go.
You make really stupid.
That
you make really stupid arguments, man.
Turned away from me, and among them, Phygellus and Hermogenes.
I want the syllogism. I'm
reading the Bible. I'm reading the Bible.
I want the syllogism, retard.
No, I'm not Toronto Bible Study, bro. You can go to Toronto Bible Study.
Stupid. Don't worry about it.
Go ahead, bro. Okay, then you can leave. You can leave because you're a crybaby and you're a loser. Go.
All right.
Go with your allegations.
Sure,
go with your allegations, bro. Go with your allegations. What are the allegations, bro?
I'm not going to do it without.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, here he goes. Oh, so now he's going to use
so
internet
you are
slander.
Aware that
he's
all who are in Asia,
internet slander now to attack me.
But when he arrived in Rome, he searched for me eagerly.
You're
a
trash person, you really are, man.
Oh yeah,
you really
can talk about other people's moms, but when someone talks about you cry.
No, you can't. You can't cuss.
Oh, acting like a victim because I'm talking back to you. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Smokey. You need to be coddled. You need to be coddled or what? You could talk to somebody like that, but when somebody turns up the heat on you, you cry.
You're a piece of trash. No, all you are is a lying, slandering sack of trash, dude. That's all you are.
Sack of trash. Because I have allegations. Allegations.
Most Catholics are. Most Catholics are. They don't have any sanctifying grace as they talk about.
You and your girl need to go run a treadmill. Anyways, here we go.
Thank God most people don't convert to Catholicism. In fact, I'm glad this channel
most people are Catholic. Thank God most people are Catholic and not like
to show what trash Catholics are.
Yeah, it exists because we cook you guys, and you don't want to deal with the Bible. You're just crying the whole time. When are you ready to get back to the Bible?
Well, you don't ever bring an argument, dude. I've never heard you bring a valid syllogism.
Guys. Everybody in the chat complaining.
I don't want to bring a syllogism, bro, because you're not ready for that. You don't even understand syllogisms. You're trash, bro. You're trash.
So I have from syllogism, and I don't know syllogisms.
Bro, you don't control me, bro. I don't have to do anything to prove anything.
I don't need to listen to your stupid argument.
I can bring an argument easily.
Then I don't need to listen to your stupid argument.
Yeah, because you're a crybaby. I'm not going to.
You can't even put it in a syllogism, so I don't care.
I don't have to do something in which
you can't even put it in a syllogism. So you must be too stupid to present your argument.
You're too slow to understand.
You can't put it in a syllogism. So you're too stupid to present your argument, dude.
No, because I don't want to conform to a crybaby.
This is not edifying. Come on.
Okay, so you're right. You're right.
It's a Catholic. There's no edification in Catholics.
This guy's crying.
There's no edification in Catholics.
French fries in the morning. He needs to go eat some French fries.
Let's read scripture or talk.
Yeah, remember this is exposing Catholics.
We have a little girl here. We have a little girl, and he doesn't want to deal with what I said in the Bible.
So he's
crying about syllogisms like Toronto Bible Study. This guy's a Toronto Bible Study guy. Right, Toronto Bible Study brings syllogism all day, right? But you think that makes you smart. Oh, you bring syllogism. You're just like Toronto Bible Study.
Anyway, you really are an idiot, man.
Here we go.
You're an immature, rude, stupid little child is what you are.
Okay, fat boy, go lose some weight. Anyways.
I'm actually not
grant mercy to the help. Are you ready for this, bro? Are you ready or are you not ready?
How much do you think I weigh? How much do you think I weigh?
I don't know. Your face, you have a really fat head.
How much do you think I weigh?
You're bald and fat. I don't know.
How much do you think I weigh?
And yeah, he's got a hot.
Maybe like, I don't know. I know your girlfriend sounds fat back there. Anyways. But when he arrived in Rome, he searched for me eagerly.
And then he's going to say that. All of you have seen Lo. Lo is gorgeous, hot, thin, and attractive. Anyone? So slandering little shit rat over here. Again, just throwing stuff out there. Wants to now attack my wife. No reason. This is your ethics, folks. This is your Catholic ethics right here. They're full of vile venom. Pretty much every single one of them. It's very rare you're going to come across a Catholic that you're going to be able to look at as having any sense of genuine sanctification, at least as you would know it, in any sense of general intrinsic goodness in their lives. No, he's a stupid little slandering, lying sack of shit. And any of you that have seen Lo and seen her pictures would know that full well. But he's just going to say that to throw it out there and let that be a demonstration of, this guy's character for what he is about. No reason to attack Lo, just did out of nowhere. He probably doesn't have a wife. Probably doesn't have a girlfriend. Probably is barely even tolerated by his own family, to be completely honest. In fact, I would venture to bet that this man is a very small, very tiny social circle, of which is pretty much only surrounds whatever he does here on the internet space. That is most likely the state of affairs. He's clearly inept at any capacity to judge rooms or engage in honest social engagements whatsoever. His argument was trash. He was stupid to realize it was trash, and then went on a spurg fest to try and defend his trash argument and criticize people not following his trash argument, which is basically, well, Paul prayed for someone to have mercy on Judgment Day, so therefore he was praying for them to have mercy before Judgment Day when they're in purgatory. Haha, purgatory's true. That's his argument. That's his dumb, idiot brain, retard, stupid little boy argument. Right there. Encapsulated. In fact, I'm going to type it out. I'll put it on the screen. We're almost done with this. I'm about to wrap it up. Link is pinned. Anyone out there wants to jump in, now would be the time.
Me, right? And he found me. Are you paying attention, Smokey? Are you paying attention? Okay.
I have no reason to engage with you if you can't stop talking.
Is a good man. He's looking for St. Paul, right? And now look at this, Smokey, because you're too stupid to understand the scripture. Let me break it down for you. Okay, so, but when he arrived in Rome, he searched for me eagerly and found me. May the Lord grant to find mercy from the Lord on that day. Now, Smokey, tell me what mercy is granted to people who go to heaven and hell. Please tell me. Let's see if you can answer this question. Exactly. Trash. Probably crying to his girlfriend back there. She's probably crying because I called her out. Sarab, you there?
Yeah.
My bad about that, bro.
Quit calling names, guys.
I know, but bro, who brought up mom and dad first? Did I bring up his mom and dad?
Actually, you called me stupid first.
I bring up his
Actually, you called me stupid off the bat
that
out
little
of
chubby
nowhere.
girl in the back, but okay.
She said, dude, my wife is smoking hot. You have no idea what you're talking about.
Sure she is.
You even know how old my wife is?
Of course you're going to say that in front of your wife. You're not trying to get
how old my wife
You're
is?
You're not trying to.
Yeah, no one really disagrees. I mean, praise even when he's criticizing my wife. Hey, Dave, how you doing, buddy? Welcome.
Hey, what's up? Something just happened to me.
What happened?
I just had Daniel stop over to pray for me. I'll get to that in a moment. Daniel.
Daniel who?
Daniel Mayo.
Oh, over on your channel over there?
Yeah, he came over to cast the demons out of me.
No kidding.
Yeah, I got it.
Did it work? Do you feel cleaner, or do you?
Well, I don't know yet. I'm still waking up. It's like they might go. We'll take a look at it, but I appreciate that. I just wanted to ask you guys if you could pray for me too, and kind of thank Daniel for it, and he went on his way, so that was cool.
Yeah, that's nice of Daniel. Thank you, Daniel, for praying for the demons to leave Dave.
Yeah,
that's great.
Right. I just want to see what's going on.
We were just talking about how attractive my wife was because this guy keeps insulting her, even though he's never seen her and doesn't know anything about her, but is mad at me for almost pointing out what a retard he is, other than the fact that he wouldn't shut the hell up long enough to let anyone else talk to make a point. So kind of like Veckel. Yeah, Veckel does that too. Yeah.
I'll put one on after this if you want to. Are you going to be around kind of today or not really?
Yes and no. I do have a bit of a busy day, especially after.
How about I put one on the standby? We just kind of.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine, man. Yeah. After you're done here, and then we'll.
Yeah, I'll pop in and out if I'm able to.
Come on over, and I'll show you the exorcism or whatever it's called.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah.
And I'll put one on the standby, and then we'll. I got to run to the store too. So it's pretty neat. It's you know, I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about it. I mean, Daniel, he thinks about stuff, you know, and I appreciate Daniel.
Yeah,
And I try to be nice to Daniel. I've always been nice to Daniel. Really, I really have.
I don't think Daniel's accountable to absolutely anything he says.
No, but I think he's got a definitely he's got a good heart about him. You know what I mean? He's got like he's got some good. He's got some desire to please God. He's got desire to learn about God. Unfortunately, sometimes I think some people take advantage of him, but we know all about that. But you know, that's something else. But I think that those of us that love Daniel and care about Daniel, I even appreciate that he stopped over and did that to me because it was on his heart, you know. So that's cool. And I told him I'm still going to study Acts and Galatians and do my usual thing.
I do think the pod does. I will say this, and this is one thing that if there's anything that would be levied against them in terms of a failure of ethics surrounding Daniel Mayo, is cultivating sin in him and their environment with their slander and reviling and lies about people constantly, and inviting him to participate in that evil, which it is. I do think, honestly, that's probably the millstone situation.
Oh yeah,
there, you know, because you're taking one of these innocent ones, and Daniel is kind of innocent.
And you know what? The weird part about it is that I heard that I was a witch recently, and so are you.
According to who?
We're witches.
Oh, okay.
We practice witchcraft.
Witchcraft. Yeah. Okay. Witchcraft. Yeah.
Well, that was from the Anointed One. Initials are S. I don't know what his name is, but his initials are son of a bitch. You know.
Yeah. So
SOB.
So we're witches now. Great. Okay.
It's just we're witches, man.
You know what's funny is, like, this is the one thing I love about the dude, really.
Yeah.
Is he's so mentally unhinged and mentally unwell that, like, he says this crazy shit and it, like, actually kind of makes sense to him. Like, he actually thinks people would believe that a whole bunch of animals followed him around all day, or, you know, that people are witches, or that I'm getting, like, paid by Mossad or something. Like, he's so retarded and so mentally ill that he thinks other people will believe this dumb shit. Like, he probably does actually believe we're witches. He probably really does believe that. But that's just his particular unique blend of retardism.
Witches.
Sounds like a dud little type of retardism.
You know, I got one of them. I got a couple of them.
I'm a witch.
I was sweeping with that broom the other day. It looks like a witch's broom. You know, it's got that witch look to it. You know.
You go clip that out, Braze. You could use it. There it is. Smokey admitted it. He's a witch.
I asked. I was wondering if I was like worshiping the gods of the Norse and Vikings, practicing black magic and speaking Fehu or something like that. You know, it must be. You know, calling on Asmodee or something. You know,
I'll give it up as soon as I summon that pot of gold. I'm gonna give it up. I promise. I'll give up the witchcraft as soon as I get my pot of gold. We'll be good to go. So,
well, you got to find the end of a rainbow.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. That's hard. Those little fuckers move it quick.
You know, it's windy and cold over here, but it was actually not too bad yesterday. It got up in the 70s a little bit, so I enjoyed that.
It's hot over here.
We're gonna have frost again the next 2 nights.
We got a lot of these 100-degree days coming up here.
Maybe
in fact, look here, what has it got this heat?
The weather demons are moving around the sky tonight here a little bit.
It's bad, man. Yeah. May is usually pretty rough, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But what are we at, 98 right now or something?
Oh wow, you're up there good, aren't you?
Yeah, something. Hold on. Oh, I just screwed up my whole thing trying to show.
I'm gonna run to the store too, so I'll stick one on the standby. So I'll put
that's fine, buddy. Yeah, do that.
What I'll do is I'll leave a link into the time start on the last video, and you can watch it when you come on. You can bring it up on the screen if I'm not there, because I'm going to run to the store and come back.
No, that's fine,
at
buddy.
some point here. So just in case
I have to run to the store myself, so I will do that as well.
So we'll play it by ear or whatever. I just haven't, the last few days, to be honest with you, I've been kind of sick and under the weather. Like you were that 1 week or whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I had the whole body ache. Did you have that too?
No, it wasn't. No, not well. I did have leg ache, I would say. My leg.
Yeah, I had leg ache more than anything.
Yeah.
What the hell was that?
Man, I don't know. I was nauseous as hell. Couldn't keep anything down. Legs were aching. I don't think I really got a fever, but I felt fever-ish.
Yeah, me too.
I actually had a fever.
And Mike the cop had it too. He had it for a couple of days, and then
I think it was something that was going around, some sort of really wicked like stomach flu or something. Because I remember getting. I think Lowe got it after me. I think.
And we just, I just laid low and just tucked myself in bed and just rested. That's it. It's the best thing to do.
Some sort of stomach flu or something. I think some kind of thing.
Yeah, some crazy something coming from China, I suppose, one of the balloons or something.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, we'll catch up on that.
I just wanted to
take it over. You muted yourself on accident. He muted himself. I didn't mute you, Dave. You muted yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to head over there and do a standby. I'll have it started.
Okay, buddy. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right, cool. All right, we're about ready to wrap this up here. Why is smart ass pussy ain't going to show up and defend his dumb crap? Because at least at this point, if he even did watch some of this, he's going to know what an absolute idiot he sounded like trying to present this stupid ass argument. Well, Paul was praying for someone to have mercy on Judgment Day. So that's therefore praying for mercy for someone before Judgment Day, like purgatory. Therefore, purgatory is real. I'm a big smart Catholic boy, and you're too dumb. You couldn't follow that dumbass argument. Oh my God, man. Painful. Some of these people make it painful. Really, honestly, you could forgive the stupid ass argument if it wasn't mixed with this heavy dose of over the top arrogance mixed in with the stupidity. You could forgive the stupidity. But mixed in with the what's going on with the screen now? It's getting to be that time of day. It's starting to heat up. We're gonna wrap this up soon, guys.
I get that smoke. I know.
So you don't know anything about me. You're just gonna make things up and lie. That's what you're gonna do.
Well, I mean,
this is the Catholic sanctification.
Okay, so there you go. Ended it. Someone ended it. I don't know if Christian King ended it or someone ended it. One of his mods ended it, but rightfully so. Absolute. Just absolute freaking stupidity, man. Unbelievable. Just absolutely unbelievable. Dumbest argument, and then just flips out afterwards and insult the people that aren't following his dumb, disconnected, disjointed argument that makes no sense at all. That's all it is. He prayed for a guy to have mercy on Judgment Day. Therefore, he's praying for him to get mercy before Judgment Day, which would have to be purgatory. Therefore, purgatory is real. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. That is so dumb. And he sat there and came up with that dumb, retarded argument and was proud of it. And came and presented it and continued to be proud of it. Even to the point of insulting other people who aren't following how dumb it is, or are following how dumb it is, but aren't seeing it the way his retarded brain is somehow constructed himself to see it, that this is somehow some proof of purgatory. It's bad. And of all the things, let me tell you something, idiot boy. Of all the things to go and try and debate in rooms, purgatory should be last on your list. It's one of the easier things to prove. And going in a room and screaming over people and just insulting them nonstop and keeping them from talking when they can easily expose you like this, that's not going to do you any favors. Like pretty much everyone in the room is smarter than you. They're going to follow it. And this is why hardly anyone has any tolerance for you anymore. I know you're blocked on a lot of channels because you just cannot behave yourself. And you have gravitated to this panel because, well, Christian King will just let people run at the mouth. We'll just let people overtalk. Why? Well, because you have to pay Christian King to moderate. You have to pay Christian King to silence someone. It is the nature of what he's cultivated. I'm not going to go against it. I'm not going to slight it. I'm not going to make a thing about it. It's what he's chosen to do. Lucrative enough for him. And there could be ethical. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it in that way. There would be ethical issues to me in doing it that way. But yeah, Christian King is a good channel for him to go to. He can show up on the panel and can scream and over talk and insult nonstop over everyone destroying his dumb idiot statements. And there will never be any moderation until someone in the chat pays for it and puts it in Christian King's pocket. So in terms of the environment being tailored to genuine functional conversations, make no mistake, it isn't. It's okay. You can still have them there, but is it gravitated toward honest, moderated engagement and exchange? Generally not. I would debate this guy where he wouldn't be able to overtalk me with time responses. Oh, happily, easily, simple. You guys see how quick it was to dismantle his one argument that he was so proud of in front of everyone. And he just needs to be able to overtalk to keep that from happening. But in a moderated exchange, oh, no, he's done. Completely dead in the water. After the stream went off the air, he engaged in more personal attacks to my wife, who we knew nothing about. Followed it up in comments afterwards. More insults to my wife. Insults to me personally. Insults across the board of anything that he could make up and lie about. No ethics, no conscience, no humility, no intelligence, really. What an absolute waste of existence he is indeed. Well, I guess that's it, folks. That's really all I had today. I wanted to go over that, go over his trash argument, point out what a dumb idiot this guy is, that he is cancer to panels and shouldn't be taken seriously whatsoever. And this is why. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I had fun. It was interesting. It's nice regaling this and kind of exercising the brain muscles a little bit. Been a busy weekend. Going to be a busy day tomorrow. Got a lot going on this weekend. Not so much next weekend. I do have some time to choose a secondary project to focus on. Not sure if it's going to be channel related or business related. Probably going to be business related. Might even be wedding related. We have a couple things we need to get done for the ceremony's sake. And we're coming up on that time frame to be sure to do that. So definitely want to get some of these things done in June at the latest. So a little bit of a busy time, but I do have some gaps where I have more time. So I might be doing a couple extra streams. We will just see how it goes. If something pops up or is interesting, you guys can always reach out to me on Discord. If you do not have the Discord, you can ask someone in the side chat. They'll give it to you. Community Incorporated Discord. And yeah, we'll be around on other panels occasionally. And we'll see what kicks off. If I have anything else of interest, we'll bring it up. I do think I want to start shifting gears back to some Catholic stuff. I think to pay homage to the exact kind of stupidity and offense demonstrated by the so-called wise lion here, I feel inspired to probably put some work into disgracing and destroying his dumb, stupid cult right in front of his eyes while he knows he can do nothing about it and can't argue against it. One, because he's too stupid. Two, because he's too spineless to engage in an actual moderated or controlled setting where he wouldn't be able to overtalk and spurg out. So that will never happen. This guy is a giant pussy for sure. And if he caught any of this stream, and he probably was watching or will watch, well, he's going to see full well how trash his argument is and how he wouldn't dare want to engage in a moderated format to present that trash argument where you would have to let the other side speak. So I hope you all have a lovely day. Going to be warm today, so I'm going to try to stay cool. Probably make myself a little snack here and move on with my day, getting prepped for stuff to do this weekend and other things. I hope you guys have a pleasant Mother's Day as well tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Tell your mothers you love them. And have yourself a very pleasant, restful Sunday. And we will catch you on the next one. Smokey is signing out.